Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, wherever you are, whenever you are. Thank you for watching this video where we have discovered where the United States gold is being hidden. It's unbelievable. We found it, right? They were looking, they want to do audits, but they don't have to do audits anymore. We found it, right? Right?
Exactly. What a show. It's going to be a show today,
Oh, man, you're a little bit stressed and stuff like that. You pain. When you were starting the show, you were like,
pain everywhere.
Man.
Pain everywhere. But it is what it is.
You've been working out heavy, right?
Yeah, every day. And maybe besides the weekend.
Very good. It's excellent because you know what? Working out is good for the body, right? Good for the mind. Also, helps you live longer. So, and, it's easier to get stuff done if you're working out, right?
Yeah, and it feels like you can't stop. Like once you get into the routine, then it's becoming difficult not to go.
Exactly.
Really happy.
I know what you mean. All right, with that said, guys, make sure you hit the like, hit the subscribe. Where is everybody, man? Jesus.
Sarah knows.
Exactly. We only got Sarah here. Is there nobody else here?
People are connecting in. Usually it takes some time to warm up.
Exactly. I guess so. It's because, you know what, because we didn't broadcast the show. We didn't say, okay, this was a public show until just recently. Wait a second here. You know what?
Or maybe
because when you saved it, when you changed the name, you know what?
It's still not listed?
Yeah. It's probably moved to not listed.
Okay.
There we go. Hang on. Okay, there we go. That's probably why. And so... Yeah. So you switched it to unlisted.
Okay. Perfect. So now it's public.
Yeah, there we go.
You need to remember to check this to avoid the fact that it's not going to go otherwise.
There we go.
Yeah, you see there is a little icon there. It says it's not public. Okay. Now it should be listed. Nice.
Okay.
Perfect. We are on X.
And Rumble too.
Yeah, exactly. Coffee is ready. Let's do this. Indeed. Today's going to be super fun. It's going to be like a science class.
Exactly.
So buckle up.
Exactly. So, hang on a second. I'm just trying to switch back. There we go.
Perfect.
So once again, hit the like, hit the subscribe, right? And also hit subscribe at Mr. M's podcast, where we're going to be possibly doing another Maybach talk.
Yeah, let's do a Maybach. My AC in the office is broken, so they are coming to sort it out, I think, next week. So we can do a Maybach in there. It'll be nice.
Sounds good.
GM.
Okay. Chill and stack Bitcoin, right? That's what we are doing, right?
I love Adam back there, chilling. The house on fire.
Let it burn. Let it burn.
I mean, with everything that's going on, to be honest, I am still impressed about Bitcoin holding super strong. I mean, we've seen a small correction, right, last night.
Well, it's the chart's saying that we're going to be in a trading zone for a while, so it is what it is. So we got to let it go. Fortunately, these trading zones are they're a little bit pain in the ass, right? Because it can go either way.
Exactly. But in the long term, Bitcoin to $1 million. Indeed.
Exactly.
Very happy that this is happening because even if we see a dump, it's a good way to accumulate, right?
Exactly.
Happy days.
So everybody's saying that the Bitcoin must upgrade or fall victim to quantum computers in 5 years. Okay, dude, you got bigger problems than Bitcoin for quantum computers, okay?
I know where you're going with this.
You need you're gonna get you need bigger fish to fry, right? Because this is not an issue. If you use Bitcoin properly, right, and I taught you guys how to do that, don't reuse the same address, right? I learned something too. Now, here's the problem. There is a slight, tiny issue, right? Even though you're not using the same address, let's just say you use, Treasure, right? As a wallet, right? And you use the Treasure app, right? And the Treasure app shows you everything you've got, all the addresses. Well, how does it do that? Unfortunately, it uses what's called a ZPub or an XPub, right? It's basically a master key to all your public keys. So, although that's not broadcast, right? Obviously, they don't broadcast that, to the world, right? The issue is, right? Does Treasure take a copy of the ZPub or XPub? They really shouldn't, because that's a security issue.
Yeah.
It would be a security flaw of the grandest case, right? But we don't know, right? And same with any other wallet software that you use, and you want to just keep track of, well, how much Bitcoin I've got. And I'm always using, on a hardware wallet, for example, I'm always using a different hardware address, but you got to be careful, right? So that, I just realized that, wait a second here, that's a slight hole, right? It's only a slight hole because most likely the what's it called? The software devs for each of those products that, just let you watch how much Bitcoin you have, they will not take your ZPub, XPub, because it would be a massive security problem,
Yeah.
right?
But a Trezor, the software could, right?
Yes, I think it's Treasury. You could, we don't know.
Yeah.
Same with Ledger, probably for sure.
Oh, 100%. 100% happening.
That's like 99% chance, right, that's actually happening.
Yeah.
Right? So just keep that in mind, so that once that's out in the wild, that compromises your Bitcoins, right? From a quantum computer's perspective, right? Only from a quantum computer, right? And if it's just on your computer, then it's not a problem. It's only a slight problem, because obviously with AI, those computers
they can go in
and hack.
They can get it.
Exactly. So that's something I learned with that, right? But we should talk about a little bit what quantum computers can do, right? And why there exists, and what is the quantum realm, and how does that work? So I think this guy Sheldon explains it best. Right?
Yeah, let's go.
Let's play this.
Sorry, you diverted me. Anyway, in 1935, Erwin Schrödinger, in an attempt to explain the Copenhagen interpretation of quantum physics, he proposed an experiment where a cat is placed in a box with a sealed vial of poison that will break open at a random time. Now, since no one knows when or if the poison has been released, until the box is opened, the cat can be thought of as both alive and dead.
Very important point. Right? So the cat is both alive and dead.
And basically it's in the quantum realm, right?
Exactly, because we don't know, because we didn't open the box.
Exactly.
And we don't know if the poison has been released or not.
Exactly.
So the cat is both alive
and dead at the same time.
Very important fact.
Right? So this explains
The goal.
the golden four knocks. It's both gone and there at the same time.
This is honestly one of the funniest things I have ever seen. Whoever made this meme, genius. Genius. It's there and it's not.
So there it is. It's in the quantum realm.
All of it.
We found it. No need for audits.
Audit? No.
No.
It's just there and not at the
Exactly.
same time. So that's really hilarious. My goodness. Honestly, Larry shared it, and I was like, okay, that's
man.
it. This is the best thing I've seen in a long time. Bazinga, exactly.
Yeah.
So we found it. It's done. It's sorted. It's sorted. It's both there and not at the same time.
Exactly. All right. Jokes. Speaking about jokes, right? There's a lot of people out there, right? Have probably gone missing in action, right? Because they laughed at you, and they laughed at Bitcoin, right?
Yeah.
This comedian happens to be one of them. Let's play and listen to what he has to say about Bitcoin listen when.
Yeah, this was 2018, and one Bitcoin was trading at $6,500.
The only thing that should double that quickly is the value of Bitcoin. Just kidding. That was a garbage investment, and you're an idiot. Bitcoin is just beanie babies for tech bros. Look, man, every person I went to high school with was like, yo, Bitcoin is gonna change your life. BTC, get on it right now. And I'm like, Tommy Wilson, you work at Office Max. What the fuck are you talking about? Oh, by the way, hey, internet comments, it's trading at 6.5K. Go fuck yourself. Look.
Ooh. Can we place an internet comment?
I've been looking for the guy. He's gone. He's
Yeah,
gone.
he's gone.
He's gone. He's gone from
What?
Twitter.
Damn.
I wanted to go for the jugular, but
Poof.
I couldn't
He
find.
did a Houdini.
Yeah, that aged really well. Oh my goodness. Who's gonna tell him?
I know. It was like the Office Max guy. He's doing pretty well.
Yeah. He's probably have a Lambo now.
Exactly.
So just saying. But and then they'll call you lucky, right? Like our friends Alcoin Daily have said. Super well said. I was looking for this Hassan guy, but he vanished from Twitter.
Obviously.
So someone has told him.
Man, do you know how many people that made fun of me during the YouTube days in 2011? In 2011, there was a massive community of people in the trading space, the gold and silver space, and they were like laughing and making fun of me. They had channels that were gone for years before mine, and they just disappeared. They deleted their channels.
Damn.
And I'm like, just because of me? Wow.
Da Vinci effect. Cleaning up all the stuff that they said. This never happened. This is gone.
They went completely gone, because it was visceral. It was like day in after day. And then, people were goading them on, cheering them on, thinking that they were so smart. It was so funny.
Yeah. I mean, there are some, like sometimes, myself included, I've said things that I maybe changed my mind but it's good to come up and say, I was wrong about this.
Yeah, exactly.
That's how you do it.
That's how Michael Saylor did it. Right?
Exactly.
He was like hating on Bitcoin. Now he owns everything.
Buys every Monday. I was like, well, I didn't study enough. Okay, that's how a man's supposed to be, right? I suppose maybe this guy has said it. I don't know, but
and that's all he had to do is say, "Look, man, I just didn't study enough, and it was my bad." Done. Or
the way out could be, "Hey, I'm a comedian. I joke a lot."
Exactly. That's it.
Done. Say, you're still
exactly.
But
it's still there, but still.
Exactly.
It's a joke, man.
It's a joke. So it is what it is. Ohio passes a capital gain taxes exemption on a purchases under $200. So I think we will see a lot of states in the US doing a bunch of interesting things. There is Texas still. $200 is not a lot.
$200 every day, every month, every week, every what?
That's a good question. I don't know how often. Probably.
Or all the time.
Anything all the time. I think all the time.
That would make the most sense, right?
Anytime you transact.
So if I buy McDonald's twice a day, and just
there is no tax, right?
Yeah, exactly, because that would add up to $200.
Exactly. The rate we are going, it's probably going to cost like a Happy Meal.
Exactly. And then very soon, right? They're going to have to up that, right? Because a Happy Meal will be like $200, like be a steak dinner. Dinner.
Yeah. And by the way, there's a lot of good questions, guys. Keep them asking because we're gonna have a Q&A segment. So please keep asking questions because I'm saving them. Some of them are really interesting. Again, Thailand just approved to eliminate capital gains on Bitcoin. This is massive. Thailand has been doing some interesting stuff. Remember with the NFT, they were doing the tourist NFT visa thing, and now they're doing no capital gain on Bitcoin. That's not bad because that means maybe that's another way to attract rich people, people that have a lot of Bitcoin moving to Thailand. So, hey, come here, there is no tax. It's not bad. Portugal has done something similar with the golden visa. And I think if you hold Bitcoin for, 5 years, you pay no tax in Portugal or something similar. I think we'll see many states doing that kind of stuff, saying, hey, Bitcoin.
I wonder why they're doing this, right?
I think they want to get people with Bitcoin to Thailand.
Yeah, because that's where the money is.
Exactly.
I guess that's why.
But it's really good to see that happening. And the Senate officially passed a Genius Act on stablecoin bill. This is massive. So soon banks are going to be allowed to transact with
Ingenious.
Yeah. Very genius.
Oh, be careful of these things. Usually when they say the name of a bill, genius is usually the opposite. It's the stupid act, right? So we need to you'd have to read it in order to know for sure. and it's generally that. It's generally the opposite of what they say it is. So it probably does nothing, right, for stablecoins. Who knows? I don't know.
Yeah.
But I don't trust these government people. So
Yeah, I also have my reserves on stablecoin as well, right? I mean, I don't want to have USDC. No, thank you. I'd rather hold the dollars, honestly.
Exactly. Yeah, because it could be in the bill. The stupid act could mean no USDT, only use USDC or something like dumb, stupid like that,
Yeah.
right? And it might be USDC E, not USDC. Like, and you're like, E, what USDC? What the? I want to.
I know. And imagine the amount of power they'll have when Coinbase is going to control your money. It's like, oh, you want to go and do that? Frozen. And it's frozen. And it's frozen. So yeah, I don't trust USDC at all.
I don't trust the government at all.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Look at this. Rafa knows Genius Act equals self-custody.
Exactly.
Yeah, 100%.
That would be the acting geniusly. All right, for sure.
But you know what's gonna do? I think. Yeah, I agree. Your bank now, keep mine. I agree. But you know what it's going to do?
Yeah, but it
It's
doesn't
going to
matter.
onboard
Yeah.
a lot of people.
Here's it doesn't matter what particular crime currency that they use, right, as a stable coin, because whilst we could use USDT, the banks could only use USDE. We can just swap into the USDE
Exactly.
and send it to the bank. Right?
Exactly.
So there you go.
And or imagine you open your bank and you have stable coins. You can literally transfer stable coin into a DEX if you want and swap them with Bitcoin. So it's going to onboard a lot of people. That's for sure. But careful with those currencies because they are evil, I think.
Yep. Okay.
Say the least. Ethereum. Okay, we're going to look at the ETF today because BlackRock bought another 37 almost million.
Wow.
Interesting. Why the tail is panicking, whales are buying. Yeah. I mean, the price is doing whatever it's doing.
That's good. That's good. You know that Michael Saylor bought a tad more,
A little bit.
just a tad.
Yeah. 10,000.
I think it was like $1 billion.
Yeah, 10,000 Bitcoin. Yeah.
Give or take.
It's Monday change. It's Monday, 10,000.
Just a tad.
But Ethereum, hopefully, it's going to move soon because honestly, man, I don't know what to say.
Yeah, there's the tad right there.
Yeah, this is the Ethereum, right? Ethereum inflow. Yeah.
Let's take a look at the other tads that come in. Oh, this is a slightly bigger tad.
Yeah, look at BlackRock.
Slightly bigger tad.
640,000.
A slightly bigger tad.
You can see everybody sold, and BlackRock has
Scooped it up.
640 million inflow. This is going out of control.
Oh, well,
In a good
BlackRock-
way. Yeah.
BlackRock, it knows people that knows people that say, you know what, we're gonna secure that Bitcoin for you. You come here.
Yeah.
We got you back.
Yeah, you don't have to check because
No,
it's
no,
both there
no,
and
no.
not. Right? It's like the gold.
You need cash, right? Not Bitcoin. So you just stick it here. We pay you cash. We guarantee you the cash for sure.
I think they found the best way to stack sats.
Oh, for sure,
Like,
sure. Right, better
unquestionable.
than Michael Saylor.
Yeah, unquestionable way to stack sats.
And for those people who are saying, no, they're gonna have to sell it when the five sold it. There's something called commodities exchange, right? Just so you know.
There's no way they're selling it.
And so, what does the commodities exchange do, right? It allows you to not only speculate on a commodity, but also to hedge against things happening that could be a problem, right? The commodities exchange was designed so that, as a farmer, right, you want to farm your crops. You want to know at the end of the farming season, you're going to get a specific price for your crops. So what you do is you sign an agreement that you're going to deliver the crops at a specific date in the future. And then you get paid today.
But you haven't delivered yet.
No. Right?
Important point.
Exactly. Once the crops come, you get the crops and then you deliver because you've already gotten paid, right? You don't care what the price is at that point.
Yeah. You got paid.
Yes. So that's where the commodities futures is all about. So they have Bitcoin futures. So you would think it would be the same way, right? Logically,
Yeah.
since that's what futures is all about. Well, I have to regret to inform you that Bitcoin is the only commodity on the futures exchange that cannot be settled with actual Bitcoin. So if you happen to be a miner who wants to produce a bunch of Bitcoin in the future, right? And you want a guaranteed payment today, well, you could still take out a futures contract.
You do like a farmer thing.
But you do not pay out at the end of the contract Bitcoin. You have to convert your Bitcoin to dollars and then give the dollars. Only dollars.
Yeah. This is insane. And I think BlackRock has, they found.
So let me help people connect the dots with BlackRock. So now BlackRock, right, has got some Bitcoins, right? And you want to sell those Bitcoins, right? And BlackRock needs to pay you out, right? Because you got the money, you gave them the money to buy the Bitcoins, and it says, hey, thank you very much.
Thank you.
I appreciate that.
I'm really happy with that transaction.
I didn't have to work for that money. You did, right? And we wouldn't want to print the money because then that'd look bad.
But wait.
That would look bad. Don't want to look bad, right? I can print it, but you know, you look like I was crazy, and you might buy the thing before that. But anyways, instead of printing it and making myself look bad, I'll get you to buy it for me, and I'll take those Bitcoins, right?
Yeah.
And so what happens when you sell? Well, instead of selling Bitcoin, because that'd
I don't
be
want to do
mad,
that. Yeah.
right? I'll just write up a contract promising somebody's Bitcoin in the future. Oh, no, that's right. It's not Bitcoin in the future. It's cash.
Yeah. No problem, though.
No problem, though. I got lots of those printed up.
And if anything, they can go and borrow. If anything, they
Yeah.
can say, hey, whoever banks, I have this many Bitcoins, I'd like to borrow some money. So,
Hypothecation. That's called
Exactly.
hypothecation.
and then, don't worry though, I got the Bitcoin, but for you that want to sell, here's the cash. And they stack automatically
Exactly.
on behalf. I mean, people are buying, giving them the Bitcoins.
It is the biggest
Wow.
scam in history.
It's crazy.
Freaking beautiful, too, right? I mean, they beat out Michael Saylor with his scam.
Yeah. Like twofold.
Yeah.
And whenever people are panic selling, you know, they laugh because they're like, you know what, those guys are selling, no problem.
No problem.
Here's the cash.
Yeah, exactly.
Because in the US, an in-kind is not, so far, is not legal, right? And we don't know, and by the way, is the Schrodinger Bitcoin, we don't even know if it's there or not,
Yeah,
but
no,
trust
I
is
checked,
there.
I checked it.
It's there. Because that's the
it's
game.
theirs. They want to make sure it's there, too.
It's their game, right? Of course it's there.
Of course it's there.
That's
their-
the old
it's their
point.
stash.
The old point of this scam, right? It's their stack.
Yeah.
Damn, they found a way to stack forever with other people's money. That's incredible.
Exactly. Whew, Bitcoin slide 104 liquidates of 500,000.
Wow.
Wow.
Because of tension. Yeah. I don't know what's going to happen, but I'm surprised Bitcoin is not going lower. So, I mean, hopefully they'll stop this madness. But either way, I would expect it, because you said last time the charts are screaming lower, right?
500 million, actually. No, sorry, I said 500,000. Yeah. Jesus. Well,
Yeah,
it is
careful
what it
in
is.
trading now. It's
So yeah, we're choppy. So it is what it is. So be careful out there, guys. Okay. Well, now it's time for the part where we act.
Stupid.
Soap Towers.
Exactly. Right? If we secure the bloodline, guys, do it because we were acting stupid, right? That's our fault. Insurance, not. And if you try to invest and you do secure your bloodline by buying us the crap that we buy, that's your fault. Insurance too.
Yeah, no, you
But-
shouldn't do it. By the way,
But the odds are you're going to lose, and once again, your fault. Insurance that you have to take out. Okay.
yeah, Just buy Bitcoin.
Buy
Nice and
Bitcoin.
simple.
Exactly.
Right? And you can enjoy us getting slapped
Exactly.
left and right.
But we're not getting slapped, are we?
We're retiring the bloodline. Look at this. Boom. we didn't have protection on this one, right?
Yes, we did. I think we took
So
out
am I
protection.
triggered, right?
No,
No,
not yet.
not yet.
But is there? That's the Zen AI right there.
Okay. Nice.
Yeah. So yeah, look at that. Wow. And this one looks like look, the volume's ramping up.
Yeah.
This one looks like it's ready to go, rock and roll. So
That would be nice.
yeah. Wow.
Dirty and filthy trenches. Exactly.
Fart cats rolling up again.
Okay.
Right?
Well, either
It's
way, we already
It's gonna
cashed out.
fart
right?
itself to the moon.
That would be sweet because we still have a chunk in
Yeah,
there,
we
right?
still got a chunk.
That was a good call, man. I don't know how you saw that. The Bokazoid, I mean, it's kind of holding, right? But those swings are.
Yeah. Well, let's see.
Let's see
This
if
might
it
break
swings
down
back
because
up.
it's like this is not a good sign here.
Yeah.
But, who knows?
Yeah, indeed.
This one's still going sideways, right?
What's this one? Is the
This
M2?
is them too, right?
Okay.
We made sure we got into this, and then yeah.
Let's see what happened there. Okay. Okay.
And double beep,
Double beep.
$100
Beep.
volume, double beep. the mascot of the show.
Exactly. That looks like a bullish pennant. If you are on drugs, right? If you smoke a lot of weed, you could see a pennant. So, where's the about no?
Yeah, exactly. Like what the?
It's like an impossible bull flag, right there. Man, this is
You need to put down the hopium, man. Put it down. Put it down.
people. Peep has to go, man. Has to go. Come on, we
Wow.
It's the mascot of the show.
Oh well, you know what?
I mean, could you draw like this, a pennant like this? No.
Really?
It's a stretch.
The thing has fucking 28K market cap, $100 volume. You really think? You really?
Hey, where is the button?
I told you so. It could go higher.
Think you go higher?
Bruh. Stupid.
Yeah, this is gonna stay there for the joy, right?
Yeah, exactly.
That's it.
just for the fact that we're just enjoying watching it.
Yeah, exactly. In a channel, yes, it's the channel. It's this channel. This channel. All right, let's go and find some stuff. Today's gonna be particularly risky, right? Because the market is.
New cat.
Oh, new cat. Hello. Okay. This is cool. Now we like cats, right?
Yeah.
This is
Are we gonna get nuked on this one?
probably. But we have to have it. I mean,
Yes,
new
exactly.
cat is this is the new Bitcoin.
Exactly.
You know. Oh, let me switch this. Okay. This could be risky, guys. So
You think?
Yeah, just a little bit. But we gotta do it, right? This
Yeah,
could be.
I'm feeling a nuke cat.
Yeah, I'm feeling the new cat too.
I think it could go. I think it could go thermal.
This is cat season, right? So
This could go thermal. Look, see, it's just about to explode in mushroom cloud higher, or mushroom cloud our portfolio. But either way, a mushroom cloud will be involved.
exactly. We just don't know in which direction. It's gonna go. Pump it.
Oh damn!
Oh, we need to put new audios.
Do
in.
you want us to put some protection on that? Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, but maybe we should do something nuts and we put protection when it quadruple or something.
Okay, you know what? I'm gonna go all out. I'm just because you made that stupid comment.
It's like when we do a 10x, we sell half.
Just because you made that stupid comment,
We sell everything.
I'm gonna sell everything.
Okay.
Not like we're likely to win, but just in case it goes thermal.
But then if it goes, so we're gonna make $20, right?
I'd rather win that.
It's gonna go terminal.
Terminal. Yes, exactly. Exactly.
Okay. Hey, that's probably a good play.
Yeah.
That's, just saying. By the way, if the portfolio was in my hand, I would have lost everything.
Sure.
Already. Because
Gone.
it's like all in, right?
Gone.
Oh, new cat. That's
Fart
Alana.
book. Fart book.
Fart book. I mean, the fart.
Look, the nice W here, right?
Yeah. I think we should go in. Book of farts. I mean, it's the fart narrative. The fart cat is gone. So the next is the book,
Oh boy.
right?
Securing our bloodline one fart at a time.
I'll be all right with that. Look, it's just supposed to be Facebook with in brown fart book. This is genius.
Yeah.
Oh boy, I cannot believe this.
I can't believe you just said that. It's a genius. Oh my
That's
god.
it. It's gonna
Oh my god, I'm here dressed in a nice blazer and jet and
buy fart books.
we're buying fart books. Yes, sir. This is what we're buying. We're gonna be buying fart book. We're going to secure our bloodline with this particular coin. We're definitely going to do well. You can do well too. Just kidding.
This could be the one.
Oh damn.
It could go higher.
Wow.
There is a nice play on the name. Facebook, Fart Book, they have the same logo. I mean, this
Clearly.
the logos-
Everybody will mistake
look,
it.
There is even like the gas.
Yeah, exactly.
It's fantastic.
The whole 322 users.
Portfolio with the
Yeah.
professionals. Yes. Investing 101. With the
Professionals.
Fart Book is a must.
Exactly.
Then you want to look at this pumping.
Oh God! Look at that! Boom!
Boom. We need to write this. We're gonna write this fart.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're
Perfect.
writing it. We're writing it.
We're writing it.
We're writing it.
The Bookazoids is going sideways. Okay. Fart Book 6 is gonna be the one. I feel it. I smell it.
I'm not surprised.
This toilet. What's toilet? Jesus.
Toilet? I don't know. Let's see.
Ooh, this one is emotional. What's this one? Toilet Trump? What?
How about no?
What?
Bruh. Stupid.
What's this one about?
Bruh.
I mean, the chart looks
Bruh.
not manipulated
Bruh.
at all, right?
Bruh.
We're gonna buy this.
Bruh.
We have enough crap in our portfolio.
Exactly.
We don't need this.
We don't need more. Oh damn!
We don't need this.
Wow.
Damn. And the chat looks dog with war. Oh, this is.
Okay. No.
Good morning, Vivesh.
Oh, new cat was in here at the top here. Look.
Ooh, emotional damage. This one.
Yeah, the new cat lost.
What's this
Meme
one?
strategy.
Okay, that's clever. Is the ammo? It's the same ammo as MicroStrategy. I think so.
Should we get it?
What do you see in the chart? I see pain. I see lots of pain. Yeah, it's the same logo. I think it's the same logo as MicroStrategy. Parody. But they have a blue tick.
Yes, that's
That's solid.
that indicates solid program right there.
That's the amount of research we do.
Wow.
Blue tick.
Blue tick.
All in.
What the freak?
This could be the one. We're just looking at it. We will never know. We could wake up tomorrow
Stupid.
with a lot of regret. Yeah, I'm not sure about this.
I don't think so. You're not sure.
I'm not entirely sure if this is a good idea or not.
Me neither.
Sleepcoin. I mean, on this one I'm confused.
I'm not sleeping on this one. I'm not sleeping on this one. I'm not sleeping on this one.
A coin you can ape without losing your sleep? What? Is that the
There you
slogan?
go. There you go. I'm not going to sleep on this one.
They're going on a sleep coin?
Going all in.
Okay. Hey, yeah, usually you have a warning. That's a good sign.
Max.
You gotta break the chart. It's the 12 Solana, you're gonna break the chart.
I know, exactly.
Oh boy, this is
I'm not sleeping on this one.
okay.
I'm going heavy.
Okay.
I'm going heavy.
Yeah, I mean,
It could go higher.
there's a nice trend line there.
But I'm going to put some protection on this heavy one.
Okay. 70,000 coins? Did we get 70,000 coins? Damn.
I'm going to go all out.
All out on the double, yeah? And by the way, we're getting Solana, so that's why the portfolio moves there a lot. Let me save some questions because there's some good one. If you guys have any questions for the Q&A segment, you can use the chat now. I'm scanning it and saving some.
All right, let's go to Q&A now.
Let's do it.
Yes, that's it.
Oh boy, today was
Let's
fun.
hopefully that Sleepy Joe coin will.
Do something for us. All right, Precise Audio Blog is saying how hard it was to buy Bitcoin in 2011.
It was very hard. I mean, I put out an ad and I was asking people anywhere in Canada wanted to to do trades directly. Didn't want to go to MTGOX. I could have go through MTGOX and it probably would have worked. I just didn't like what's it called, the Swift system and the wire transfers and stuff like that because I was wiring it to someplace that was not even a legitimate business practically. You know what I mean? In Japan. So.
Yeah.
What are you going to do, right? You're going to wire, but people did it. They wired 10,000, 20,000. Yeah.
I mean, it was hard for me in 2013. In 2017 also, I guess, it wasn't as easy as today. So I can't even imagine 2011 it would have been.
So instead, I just went with the mining route. I just spent money on the mining equipment, which would have been better to just buy it directly, but...
Yeah, well, you never know, right? It's a tricky one. Anita says, are we going to see a dump next week?
Well, I think we could see some price test below the 100K or close to test below. At the best case, test below 100K. At the worst case, we break it.
Below. That will freak everyone out, which is good, right? But again, it would be a good way to accumulate, right? So
Yeah, but a breakage below that would be nightmare scenario here. I mean, if we go to the daily, right, we need to see the 200 period moving average come up to here, or else the daily is going to come and visit that, right? So we need to wait for we're going to be sideways until the daily 200 period moving average comes closer, right? And so that's just the way it is, right? You can see. And then we'll probably retest that, or we'll take off, right? So it'll go sideways like this, and instead of coming back down to the 200 period of, maybe we'll just go, and off we go.
Yeah, fair enough. Tiago's asking, Da Vinci, where did you learn about investing?
Where did I learn about investing? Well, I was listening to different radio shows about investing and stuff like that, how to invest, right? And, you know, one of the things, at first I did the, what's it called, the traditional investing, right?
Yes, gold and silver, right?
Well, before gold.
Yeah,
and silver.
before, yeah.
And then when I realized that traditional investing was a big scam and it was only going to work, and then we're in a different cycle of the traditional investing system. I mean, traditional investing will work again. Just right now, with our current financial system, forget it.
Yeah.
You can do it in the traditional markets, but you have to do it a different way than where your father would have done it, right? Which was buying an index and stuff like that. So you'd have to buy the main stocks that you know that's going to do well in the coming future, and that's always difficult to choose, right? The top, the FANG stocks and stuff that just going to do that's going to do what the FANGs did, right? And so, so it makes it very frustrating, right? As a person who just wants to save and be able to manage for their retirement, I don't want to freaking think about it. I just want to freaking save, right?
Yeah.
And that's where gold and silver came to me, right? I realized that makes sense because even at the worst case scenario, the gold and silver will always be priced at something that's relative to something else. So priced relatively to like a 1 ounce of gold will always be worth a man's suit or something like that, or an average flight on a ticket, right? Right now, the average flight for 6-hour flight for in business class is around the price of an ounce of gold, right? Right. That's when that's how much. That's exactly how much a flight was back in the '60s.
So it kept the same value basically.
Yeah, around $35 to $40, and they came with the coffee and it was great service, right?
Yeah.
Because 1 ounce of gold was
At that
$35.
price.
You notice something there?
Yeah.
It is what it is, right? So, right, that's why I decided to get into gold. Then when Bitcoin came along, it was I wanted to go all in. But all the investment advice that I'd learned from the past told me not to, because I should only do 2% because you don't know where things can go wrong. And if you go all in and you're completely wrong, well, right?
Yeah.
That'd be bad, right?
Yeah.
And I so desperately wanted all in.
I mean, that's what you said the other day. Now is the perfect time because we know that the asset is quote unquote.
Yeah, because now I'm all in. So it just makes me feel that I should have done it back then, right?
I know, but it would have been. I mean, like you're saying, think about this. Like you don't go all into something. It was way too early, right? So
Yeah, but here's the thing: you do.
You do.
Well, here's why. Do you go? No. When you go looking for a job, do you go all in on that one job, or do you just? Well, you know what? I need to diversify. Sorry, boss. I can only work 6 hours a day because I need to diversify. I don't know if this is going to work out. So if you don't mind, Ray, no, you don't do that.
Yeah.
Or when you try to create a business, you know what? I don't want to make just a business, selling books I want to sell furniture. I want to sell cars. I want to have several types of businesses. I need to diversify that.
Yeah, no, I hear you, but for example, now the Bitcoin is, sorry to jump in. Now the Bitcoin is a $2 trillion, and the president talks about it, and Michael Saylor buys, and ETFs. It would be much easier for someone to say, "I'm going all in."
Yes.
But back in 2011, when nobody was talking about it, nobody knew where this thing would have gone. You would have to have balls of steel to say all in.
Yes,
this thing,
but here's
right?
the thing: I didn't have the
And
balls.
you did, by the way.
Here's the thing: I had the knowledge to know for
Okay.
sure,
I know what you're saying.
right? That's the problem. I had the sufficient knowledge, right?
As you look into the code and everything.
Exactly. So I wasn't like the average Joe person who was like, well, I don't know all the technicals of this, right? So I should only do 2%, right? But I knew the technicals. The only thing I didn't know, right, which got me worried, was a SHA 256. I didn't know if that was breakable. Now supposedly the math says it's not, right? And the issue was, I think even Satoshi felt the way, because you have to put it out in the public day, and you don't know if some idiot savant. You know how those people that drop a bunch of sticks and they go 572,000. Yeah, and you're like, what?
What the fuck is that? Yeah, I know what you mean. But honestly, I think you did the best, because
Right.
if you would have gone in, I think even though you understood the technology, you knew the code and everything, still it would have been a massive risk.
Yeah, because there's always the program errors. Like for example, you made a mistake in the program itself.
Yeah, and also just because something is built well doesn't mean it's going to get adopted. Like I could write the most beautiful code ever, but maybe people don't care, right?
Well, I knew that if as long as it worked, it
It
was
would have
getting
been adopted. Yeah. But I think the way you play was perfect. You started the channel, you started talking people, educating people, and then investing, right? Because that would have been crazy. I think crazy to not in a good way to just imagine. But I know what you're saying. Like since you looked into the code, you had a conviction. So,
Exactly.
but that's what you've done, right? You started your journey, and you've been legend for that.
exactly.
So I think you've done great. So super well played. A few more. Alt season, yes or no, Pedro?
Not priced in Bitcoin.
Yeah, I think yes, but not now.
Probably
So-
priced in dollars.
Yes. I think we have to see a banana zone, right? So when Bitcoin is going to be crazy price, people are going to rotate their profit. I would probably call it rotation season instead of alt season. And I think it's going to be, every time is different, right? But kind of rhymes. So, yeah, Vikesh, you are completely correct. We should put the gold price. We'll do it at the end of the show. Because we said we want to put the gold on top.
Yeah, but it was always difficult. We don't know how.
Yeah.
Maybe this is coin market cap. Is there somebody is there something that
Has a
tracks
source.
gold on
I'll have a
CoinMarketCap?
look. Yeah, because those three on top, they are coming from a source, and that source does not have the price of gold.
Is it? Let's see, coin market cap.
Yeah, those are coming from somewhere else, remember?
Oh yeah, that's right. But
we
even
can-
if there's a token that tracks gold,
Oh yeah, maybe there's something we can, like a bagged or something. 150K for Bitcoin at the end of the year. It's very much possible. This is something I would embrace. Maybe even higher. What is the button?
It could go higher.
yeah, go higher.
Maybe 180. I had a good chat with Giovanni, the father of the power law, last night. We got on for a long time. And he has some interesting price targets. I think C9 and Plan C as well, which I'm going to upload the video tonight. They are expecting 250 maybe by early next year. So 150 is very likely, yeah. I don't think it's crazy.
Oh, there it is. Tether.
Nice.
Tether has it.
Perfect. Okay, we're going to put it tonight.
That's right.
Yeah, put it
XAUT.
Perfect. That's
So
it.
then we have now a gold tether.
We can put it up there, yeah? Sounds good. Nice. Do you want to do a few more?
One more.
One more. Caleb is asking, could the government put restriction on NFT, crypto, etc.?
Yes, they can, but it won't work. Can they put a restriction on drugs? Can they put a restriction on guns? Can they put a restriction on driving? Right, but you're still using guns. You're still using driving. Still all there, right? They put restrictions on everything, but here's the thing, right? It's you can put a restriction on gravity all you want, but gravity's still there.
Yeah, and I would also argue, what government? Like the US is pushing forward for these things. Maybe Europe, but who cares? People can move, right? So, and like you said so well, there are some government where, for example, in the Netherlands you can do certain things, and in Italy you can't. So if a government is going to go and block it, other governments are going to open
Exactly.
it.
They'll
you
open
can
it
just
up, and so they're just going to get screwed.
move freely. Oh yeah, the Fed today. I don't think nothing is going to happen. I think there is a 99.98% chance that the Fed are not going to cut rates. So I think it's going to happen in
Really?
September.
Let's take a look.
Yeah, if you go on, what's the name of the
Right here,
platform?
I have it.
The gambling platform thing.
Here is it.
There you go. I don't think, 98.3.
They're going to keep the same.
They're going to keep the same. So I don't think much is going to happen. But in September, though, I think they will pivot, which means it's also matching the end of the year pump, Bitcoin, October bullish, November bullish. So we could see a pump towards the end of the year, but just me speculating. So I don't think nothing is going to happen, but maybe I'm wrong.
Yeah, we'll see.
We'll see. Awesome.
All right, that's it. We're gonna go and put that
Yeah, the
gold
gold
up there,
now, yeah.
because it makes sense, right?
Thank you for the reminder. Vivek.
Alrighty, thank you guys. Appreciate you coming out today, and you know what? We're gonna find the other recordings, right?
Oh, yeah, we
Right
have to
now.
put the audio in there as
So
well.
might as well, yeah. So, okay, peace.
See you in the next one.